Hello my nerds, this is Fanboy and welcome to your daily dose of Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void Edition, and it's a ladder edition as well. These players are not pros, they are amateurs just like you and me, and I am casting their game. You have, as the red Terran, I was going to say Protoss, Terran, zarmoxis, zarmoxis, not Zerg. Zarmoxis. There you go. Zarmoxis. At least that's how I say it. If it's wrong, please don't kill me. I am horrible at names, as you probably are well aware of. He is in the top right corner on Terraform LE, and his opponent today is going to be Noons as our blue, well, Zerg. He is a Zerg, unfortunately. Don't like Zerg. Nothing against the people that play it, but personally I just don't like bugs at any point. But it looks like somewhat of a standard opening-ish. Noons did go for a hatchery first, but he did go for a gas without getting a pull. So that's kind of odd. Let me pull up production. There we go. And now he goes for a pull. So that's kind of interesting. Zarmoxis did go for a pretty standard opening. Getting a Reaper out of barracks. Does already have gas. And should still be producing SCVs. And goes for a orbital command on the low ground. Kind of bold against a Zerg. But Zarmoxis doesn't know this, but Noons can't really do much. He doesn't even have a spawning pool complete. It should be complete momentarily. His second is up and semi-operational, already getting drones at it. Should be producing quite a few more drones to drone up, as Zerg like to say. But you've got overlords coming over here to most likely go for a scout. It looks like Zarmoxis is going into factory. I'm assuming he's gonna do the Hellion Reaper build, as a lot of Terrans do against pretty much anybody. They'll do it against Protoss, they'll do it against... They don't really do it against Protoss normally. They do it against Terran and Zerg. If that Terran is worth its weight in salt and is going up against a Terran or another or a Zerg, they will most likely do this build. That's what I've seen. Right now he only has one Reaper and I have no idea where it went. I'm assuming it scouted and then died. Do any of these queens have a kill on them? Oh my goodness, they don't. He does not have a queen at his... Oh, he's building a queen. He's building his queen. I'm assuming he built a queen here and then waddled her down here. At least that's what I'm assuming. But this is kind of odd. Oh, you know what I think he's going to do? He's going to morph these things into... oh, he already has. He's already morphed this one into a overlord that can carry things, as I like to call them. Has another overlord over here. He has not been transformed into a carry overlord, but what I'm thinking he's going to do is he's going to literally drop these guys into the main base of Zarmoxis. That is an interesting name, but he's gonna drop them like right here, most likely. He doesn't want to reveal that he's doing this, but until he gets all of his Zergling bugs in them. But he's not really paying a whole lot of attention. But now Zarmoxis knows there are Zerglings in his base as long as he's watching his main base or watching his mini-map. But it looks like... Oh! It looks like Zarmoxis has a Liberator. So these Overlords are pretty much dead. And he has a Hellion. So he needs to get this attack on its way. SCVs do evacuate for the most part. What else? Ooh, what the world? He has a planetary at his second. But both gases are going to go, or at least one gas is going to go down. Zarmoxis looks like he's going into like full panic mode. He has a freaking planetary down in his second. What in the world is going on? It looks like the Liberators, wherever they are. Where are they? Are they behind something? Oh, there they are. Does shut down the front entrance, and looks like the Overlords are carrying these Zerglings to safety. But they have to do it somewhat fast, because these Liberators... Okay, Liberators, move in. Thank you. A little late. But he's going to lose 3 Overlords, and he's going to be majorly supply blocked. He is majorly supply blocked. Small engagement does go down on these Hellions, but these Zerglings are going to get roasted alive all day long by these Hellions. He did almost lose 1. It's down to 5 HP. But it looks like Zarmoxis is going to go for the attack. Noons does have a Roach Warren somewhere. There it is. He does have a Roach Warren. Zarmoxis is what he's doing is he is using these Liberators more as a support unit than, let's say, I'm going to just go and attack with them. Because that's what they're really designed for. That's what you see a pro really use them for. Is they are very, 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 very good at support. They will support small armies, make sure you don't get flanked very easily. See how quickly they take down queens and roaches? I mean, they 2 or 3 shots. I mean, that's insane. But pretty much every single one of these Hellbats do go down, but they stay alive for a very long time. And killed off every single drone right here in Noon's third base, not first base, third base. But that one has 8, that one has 10. So yeah, that's a thing. But this Overlord's being kind of ballsy, sitting out here just chilling. I mean, good. Oh my goodness! What happened to that planetary? Of that, I'm confused. Was that not an orbital? That would have to have been an orbital. What happened to it? Did it die? I don't think it did. But Zarmoxis now has a planetary fortress in his main. What in Green's Earth? And down in his natural. And he's getting another one at his third. Okay, Terrans of the world. I may not be the greatest player on the planet, but do not do this. You do not need a planetary fortress in your main. Make a orbital. I was going to say make mules, but you can't really do that on the new patch. But you can still use them for scans. I mean, scans are freaking some of the best things on the planet. And if you're really bad like me, you can use supply drop. But it looks like he's getting 2 orbital commands on their way. So that makes up for a little bit. But yeah, don't get planetaries at all your bases. That's never a good thing. Never a good thing. Even though you don't have mules Terrans, that does not mean get planetaries everywhere. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. But Noons has Ravagers out. He doesn't have a lot of them, he has 2 of them. He needs to basically make all of these roaches Ravagers. Because they kill, I mean, they literally just slaughter things. If you can put a couple well-placed shots with a Ravager, they will destroy pretty much any army that's anywhere near them. You just have to make sure you land them. And that's another thing with Legacy. Basically what Blizzard is trying to do is they're trying to incorporate units, new units, but also units that have abilities. So your basically your multitasking goes way up. Lurkers are on the way. Huh. I mean, Noons, I will give him credit. He likes to use new units. He really does like to use new units. But, Zarmoxis is moving out to the top left-ish side of the map. Does use an orbital here at his 4th. That's kind of questionable. You need more than 2 lurkers. And these Ravagers... No, don't, no. They are getting... Noons looks like he's just trying to kill the 3rd for no gain whatsoever. And now Zarmoxis comes with his full army and kills them. But these lurkers have no kills. They are only basically saying you can't come through here. I mean, he's not doing the greatest job on the planet. Noons, I love you, man, and I love your expansion and expanding and all that good stuff, but you really need to learn how to handle the new units. And it's nothing personal, it's just advice, really. Lurkers are mainly for shutting off avenues of approach, sort of kind of like the Liberators are. Liberators are more of a support tool. So are Lurkers. Lurkers work that way in Brood War. They work that way now. They are support units. So if you have an army here and you want to attack, like, let's say his 3rd, so you put Lurkers here to cut off any reinforcements that are coming from the 1st, the 2nd, or the 3rd base. That's what you do. Same thing with Liberators. Same exact thing. It looks like Noons wants to go for a 1, 2, 3, 5th base at the goal, but that is not going to happen. But that Overlord's dead. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of Banelings! And that was a massacre. Basically, 95% of his bio just freaking melted. I mean, absolutely and utterly melted. And this is how Liberators are supposed to be used. They are pretty much cutting off any access to any reinforcements from the 1st or 2nd base, while this army comes up and just annihilates the 3rd. Even though Moxus has like 5, 6 bases. But these drones are leading these, at least one Hellbat, right to the 4th. But I mean, that was a good Baneling hit. I will say that much. That was a excellent Baneling hit. But these Liberators just annihilate roaches in like 2 hits, 3 hits technically. But you just don't want to mess with Liberators. And in this case, if I was that Zerg, I would most likely get... if I can find a hatchery that has larvae. I would get Corruptor. Get a couple Corruptors and get an army, and you can take those Liberators down every single day. Because Liberators, they're not all that beefy, really. And it looks like Noons is desperately trying to put up spine crawlers to defend his 4th, and technically now his 3rd. But these drones need to burrow. Do they even have a burrowing clause? They all died before I could click on any of them. But these roaches look like they're trying to make an attack, but get shut down by a bunch of hellbats. But these hellbats, that one has 6, that one has 7, that one has 0, 1, 9, 8, 2, 8. I mean, they've been around forever. They've seen it all, practically. And now you just have a huge bioforce and a bunch of hellbats. Because hellbats are not mechanical, they're bio. So they can be healed by medevacs. And there's a ton of them with quite a bit of energy. Some of them have quite a bit of energy. But, yeah. I mean, you got a Marauder and a Marine trying to take down a gas geyser. I mean, it does not look very good for Noons. He just doesn't have that big of an army, really. I mean, that's all he has right there. That's literally all he has. He is trying to make another 3rd, but... And see, this is what I don't like. Don't unburrow and then unburrow very, very quickly spine crawlers, because it's just not going to work. But decent baleen hits, but there's just no army. I mean, Noons does GG because he just doesn't have anything left. I mean, that was a stomp, practically. I mean, it was a nice little trick of taking Overlords, turning them into carry Overlords, and dropping Zerglings onto the high ground into his main, but you need to do it a little quicker, stuff like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this game. If you did, please hit that thumbs up, and for more daily Starcraft casts, please hit that subscribe button. It would help me out greatly. Thank you, and I will see you in the next game. Bye.